Hi, I am Deepak Madnani, the founder of GrowthEDGE Coaching. Um, I'm kicking off my video series as I will introduce what I do, what is Growth Edge, and the uh, reasons I do masterminds. I feel masterminds have helped me. I I'm an entrepreneur myself. I use the word growth entrepreneur. Under Growth Edge, the goal is to transform growth entrepreneurs to unlock even more success. I believe as entrepreneurs, we can't even see our own successes. So setting up Growth Edge was my way of sharing the tools that I've used for myself and how I continue to still use them. Um, Last year was COVID. We're still in the middle of COVID. We are now in February 2021. And I kicked off a series of masterminds under the topic of the new normal. I know people have various ideas and impressions of this word new normal, but my interpretation and my use of it is, in effect, the growth entrepreneur's journey is facing and reacting to various types of new normals. It can be specific to the entrepreneur, or it can be macro, massively macro, like what's happening to the whole world. And essentially, these are crises, and crises are opportunities. And how we as entrepreneurs build that response to crisis muscle is part of the journey. And there's a quote that I often use, which is crisis is just a performance indicator. So I launched Growth Edge, the whole coaching, my whole coaching tools under Growth Edge, kicked off under these new normal masterminds. And I'll be sharing just some intro slides in this first video. So, who is a Growth Edge entrepreneur? First and foremost, I say usually in their 30s or above. I will explain that. Usually in their 30s or above, successful, global-minded, diverse, ambitious problem solvers who love challenges and are curious about solutions. I mentioned who are open, who strive to be the best versions of themselves by pursuing their no excuses version of personal growth and impact. Why do I say in their 30s or above? I'm not really trying to define an age group. My point here is that I firmly believe that entrepreneurs who have been doing this for a while, usually by the time in their 30s or mid 30s, they have a lot of data that they need to process. So essentially, you've just gone through life with a lot of experiences that you haven't had the opportunity to process. And I think the perceived success of entrepreneurs versus those that feel confused. The only difference is that, or one major difference is that there is a clarity mindset that's happened. And a lot of that clarity happens when you unpack your experiences and view them with the right perspective. And that's essentially who I work with, and what I do. Then I mentioned there are also many atypical growth entrepreneurs: sports people, writers, artists, government workers, social. I use the word house husband, wives, consultants. Um, and there are many business people who aren't growth entrepreneurs. Again, what do I mean? The entrepreneurial mindset exists in all types of industries, in all types of, let's use the word jobs, the entrepreneurial mindset. A janitor can have an entrepreneurial mindset. There's no judgment here. The entrepreneurial mindset is a combination of being open, curious, always responsive and resourceful to solutions, to doing doing things better, to problem solving, um, to continuously improving. So um, I meet many atypical entrepreneurs, and I tell them, you're an entrepreneur. That's why you say this or think that way. And it's fun, and it's fun to have the opportunity to share that. And then I also said that there are many business people who aren't growth entrepreneurs. And what do I mean by that? Because there are many types of lifestyle entrepreneurs, or um, people who are making money just happy just doing that. And there isn't and there's no judgment there. Again, it's a different mindset. You know, um, the people I work with, and the group that I want to be with are ambitious. You know, there's no talk of retirement retirement. Um, they feel that they can. There's a lot more that they can do to impact. And basically, they're using the entrepreneurial tools to impact. That's their purpose in life. Um, and the common themes I say are growth, impact, collaboration. That's a big one, and the make it happen mindset. Um, I'm constantly inspired by Jordan. Uh, I mean, I guess it's such a vivid case study. It's so well documented. Hence, it's so easy to use as an example. I'm a big fan of Howard Schultz and what he's created with Starbucks. Uh, and I talk about Oprah and her show. These are all just entrepreneurial minded people who just are constantly innovating. And so what's the difference between them and us? I think they have entered the world with clarity. They have entered the world with a massive awareness of their talents, and then how to apply that intentionally. So what's exciting, and why Growth Edge? For me, again, it's because that's what I want to help people with. And it's in that journey that I'm helping myself at the same time. So I have my gift and my talent, which is uh, essentially the ability to diagnose, to ask questions, and to understand the journey that you are going through. Because I am going through that. I've been through that, and I can talk a little bit about my journey in the future. But that's what Growth Edge is about, and that's about who I work with. And then I say that you may already have questions about your challenges, but what you'll quickly see is that the question is never really the question. Okay, I'm not trying to get all Zen and Yoda on you, but the question really is never really the question. Um, and I get the greatest joy in helping you discover and unlock the question, because it puts you on the path to really achieving your dreams. And I mean that from the point of view that it's almost effortless. And then how we think and the ability to unpack what we've been through will help us achieve um, the ease of how we see other people achieving their goals and dreams. I use the word effortlessly powerful. I use these words, effortlessly powerful. It's one of those things where you could work 24 hours and not feel tired. It's because you're so inspired by what you're doing. So Growth Edge is a process and mindset tools designed to unlock greater success, uh, as exciting opportunities lie in accessing and receiving the growth that is already available to you. That's the other thing that I find exciting. It's kind of like turning on the lights in the room and then seeing what you have around you, versus just walking in the dark. A, bumping into things, and B, just not being able to see and recognize what you have around you. So I say this is the promise. Been doing this for a while. Um, and the process lies in activating awareness. So there are tools to activate awareness. I call them muscles, different types of muscles. A lot of my analogies go into sports because we're also physical. We can touch and feel the body. Um, and then to intentionally drive clarity and confidence mindsets. I learned this word intentional, many years ago, or a couple of years ago, uh, while I heard this amazing speaker called John Maxwell speak at a Robin Sharma event. And he taught me this word, and it's a magic word. And I think the more the more we understand how to use this word, it becomes powerful for us. So intentionally drive clarity and confidence mindsets while processing your experiences and talents. That's the best part. So the raw materials we use are uncertainty and your experiences. So a lot of what holds us back is uncertainty. Um, and right now, how we are is usually more reactive versus intentional. So um, again, I use the word successful entrepreneurs. You have to recognize your success, and if you don't, you probably need another set of coaching to process the fact that you can't recognize and understand your success or see your success. Because a lot of entrepreneurs who are terribly hard on themselves, because this journey is lonely and it's alone. You know, again, the other benefit of the masterminds is the fact that we're working with groups of people who are on the same journey. So while we're separate, but we share our experiences, we share the questions, and we get to meet people who are on the same journey. So this community gets built. Um, and we're all going through the same learning curve. So entrepreneurship has a learning curve. I use the word, it's a team sport, but you're running it as an individual, but it's a team sport. And then your collaboration with your community accelerates this progress. So we all want. I don't like to use the word shortcuts per se, but we all would like to achieve the results. We all would like to impact greater sooner. I think that's what's driving this. Um, and then simply put, the goals are to rewrite your story for yourself. So how you feel you show up, that's your story. So the goals are to rewrite your story for yourself, to love what you do, and to be excited to show up every day. So that is the promise behind Growth Edge coaching. What's a mastermind group? I use this word international a lot. My background, I've lived in 8 countries of Indian origin, born in Hong Kong, grew up in Switzerland, college in the States, lived and worked in Chile, Poland, Czech Republic, China, India, Dubai. So diversity, international perspective, what we've seen in the last couple of years with global leadership, um, the gaps, the cracks, the challenges. Growth Edge, I think, for me as well, is a call to action. There's a hashtag I love to use, which is "You are the leader you are looking for." I think it's time for us to rise up, to wake up, to see that the world is truly connected. That there's no sense in um, becoming rich for yourself or for your country when we can see that the holes, the gaps are affecting everybody. Um, so yeah. So I use the word international, collaborative community of experienced, successful, results focused leaders who want to unlock greater success. So these are people who are seeking. These are people who are looking for answers. I have no interest to convince anybody to use this coaching or any other coaching. I'm a firm believer that you need coaches for every aspect of your life. So that is part of your journey. Um, the people I want to work with are intentionally avoiding the comfort zone. And they want to resolve their fear, uncertainty, and confusion. Um, this is the byproduct of being ambitious. You face a lot of uncertainty. So just processing that, and then enhancing thriving, abundant, and authentic mindsets. So I always tell people, who you are won't change. How you see things will. That's the fun with all of this. So while we continue to play the game and using this crisis or any other challenge as jet fuel for growth, um, outside of challenges, the fact is that with more clarity, a new normal regularly reveals itself. So this is just clarity practice, showing you what you already know, helping you process what you already feel, um, And I always feel entrepreneurs are actually always operating in new normal mode. That is just a fact. So this group, yeah, is from diverse industries and backgrounds. There are people. I usually do them in the evenings in Hong Kong time. So that's Europe afternoons, North America mornings. Diverse backgrounds and industries, and exciting for me. So thanks for listening. And so far, what's a mastermind? So there'll be challenges and sharing, questions. We kick off with some clarity exercises, progress exercises. There's a topic, that keeps you motivated. And then there are tools. This is just your personal diagnostic. The goals are clarity, confidence, focus, and a plan. The goals are clarity, confidence, focus, and a plan. What you'll see is it's kind of like you will walk away thinking, why haven't I done this before? You'll walk away. It's kind of like training. It's like, oh, I'll go to the gym once in 6 months, or I'll go get some exercise once in 6 months. We as entrepreneurs, why aren't we practicing and improving our skills daily? And we are, while we are working. But I'm saying, why aren't we part of these forums that are forcing us to think deeper, wider, further, stretching ourselves, helping us process? So these groups can get addictive, which is fun for me. Mindsets that are needed: growth. We're constantly trying to expand, impact. We want to influence, impact others, help others with their this is about leadership, a collaboration. It's about working together, and the whole make it happen mindset. And how I approach things: a lot of the entrepreneurs I work with, people say, you have to put the oxygen on yourself before you put it on others. It's you, then your family. However you define that as family. You don't need to have a family per se in the kind of traditional definition, but what's important to you, who are important to you in those relationships, and then your work. So that's what we work on. This is the framework around that. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce GrowthEDGE. And stay tuned. I'm going to be launching more videos on the slides and the different type of tools I use, why I use them. I'd love to hear from you. Please contact me on LinkedIn. You'll find me, Deepak Badnani. My name's right here. Or send me an email at GROW, at growthedge.co. GrowthEDGE, the same word you see here, GROWTHEDGE.co. Grow at growthedge.co. Love to hear from you. Thank you.